it's Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and today I'm going to do a process video using a sketch from Paper Issues. And both my friend Amber and I are doing the same sketch, so it'll be fun to see what hers looks like versus what mine looks like. So for mine, I am going to use this paper pad from Heidi Swap called Hello Today. And there's a bunch of star elements to this sketch, so I'm using these craft stars from Studio Calico. I pulled these stars, they're kind of plasticky, from the Cool Kid, and then I pulled from 7 Papers. This is their baby boy collection, but it has some stars, and I am going to be doing a picture of my son. Now there is a banner in the sketch, so I was thinking maybe I wanted to bring in some cork elements to that. So let's get started and see what happens. So this is the picture I'm going to be using. It is a picture of my son at the Christmas pageant for school last year, and he did get a solo. He was 11 and he actually sings very well. So I do have it on video. I wish there was some way I could add like him singing actually to my page. So I may look into trying to figure out something like that. So for this page, I do stick very close to the sketch, and the sketch has a few stars, and I really felt like I was going to embrace the star theme of the sketch. And even though it was a Christmas pageant, I didn't want to pull out all of my Christmas supplies. Nothing in the picture screams Christmas. So I don't use anything Christmassy whatsoever. And probably just looking at it, you probably wouldn't even know it was a Christmas pageant because they're just in their school uniforms. But there I go, completely saving that little tiny piece of that coral paper with the white dots. And I don't know what I'll use it on, but I do have good intentions of using it. So I do add a little fun foam to my picture and give it a little bit of dimension. And I'm sorry, it looks like the bottom of my layout is a little bit out of frame, but I guess not too bad. So I did use this blue dark navy paper, and it did have some flowers on it, but I cover it up. So I'm super excited about this pack, and then I kind of start going through things and realize I had pulled the pack mainly because of that particular circle, because it had that circular element. And then I was like, oh, well, it's a school page, I can use the apple, and I didn't like that. And then I thought, well, maybe a tag, but there was no green. It was more of an aqua color in the paper. And then I remembered I had these cute doilies. So I do end up going with the doilies. And that package used to have some large stars in it, and that was another element that I wanted to bring in, and I realized I had already used those. So now it's time for me to work on the banner, and I didn't have any pre-made banners, so I went ahead with the cork. And so initially I'm thinking that I'm going to use these rounded ones. The problem that I was feeling with the rounded was the fact that all the stars in the background had these big points on it. So I decided that I had these ones, these cork elements, and I was going to see if I could make a banner out of them. And I play with it for a little bit. I wasn't sure if I wanted it long or short or stacked. And so finally I decided that, okay, I need to glue down my picture because it just kept moving every time I would try and figure out the banner. And I guess I left most of this fiddling with the banner. To me, that looks like upside down mountains, so I don't like the way that looks. And here I am looking for some twine, and I'm trying to figure out what color. And I pull several different blues and end up settling on this one, which is from the Woodland October Afternoon collection. And I had a couple thoughts. I thought, well, maybe I'll punch some holes and actually string it. But as you can see here, I'm completely lazy. I put the twine underneath and stacked the cork on top. So in the sketch, there was a label and a star in that corner, and I like how that is. Now, that bottom strip of the coral with the white polka dots is a branding strip from the paper pad, so it had the hole in it. So I just attached one of these craft stars right over where that circle is. And nobody would ever know. You would think it was a full piece of paper. So this is where I had to figure out a title. And I really wanted the title to be something about being the star. I thought that would be the most appropriate. But I didn't have any thickers that went with it. I really wanted some navy, and I couldn't find anything. So I found this pack. I think it's a Dear Lizzie pack. And I'm using the title Loved This, which is very generic. But I did. It was very heartwarming to hear my son sing. He did such a good time. So I just added some other stars, and I will get some journaling on it at some point. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.